Hey guys, thanks all for tuning in and supporting our NAFF Adventure cause for our family. We have our first podcast coming out right now, so I hope you all enjoy it. Here is Cranky. Hey guys, welcome back to the NAFF Adventures. It's got a ring to it, right?
Yep.
Hope so. Today we're going to talk about our first, when we were packing, all the way up to our kind of arrival time at our first stop in, what is it, Badgerys Creek?
Yep, Rushwood.
Rushwood, Victoria.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing place.
Northwest of Bendigo.
Where?
Northwest of Bendigo.
Alright, I don't know. Okay, that's where it was. So packing wise, we went really light this time on everything, didn't we? When we packed it. It was really tricky with the kids, so we did it slowly over kind of a week or so, but still we didn't really go out and buy a lot of stuff because we knew our game plan was to go to a few places to kind of figure out what we needed that weren't too far from home, just in case. Needless to say, the first place we booked was a little bit too far from home.
Yep. We decided to go our first night of not camping or doing any RVing for 2 years. We would go off the grid in an isolated location
During the middle of winter.
During the middle of winter, northwest of Bendigo. Yeah, so it was cold.
Would you say cold? Or would you say
like everything was
maybe
frozen, and the only thing keeping that frozen out of our camper van was a tiny little bit of mesh. So yeah, we froze.
And yeah, we froze. And before we froze, just a little disclaimer, we didn't actually freeze. We had, those little hot pocket things for your hands, and we, had made food and stuff. So we had gas and everything going, and we had a fire going. So we didn't freeze. But at some point, we did get all of the kids in the car and turn the heater on for a period of time. But yeah, we didn't freeze. We were eye-opened to what a gas heater is, and let me tell you, you're going to winter anywhere, get yourself a gas heater. All right, I'll get back to it. Sorry. We tried to, I don't even know how to say it because it's just too much to say out loud, and we've relived this moment over and over again. We were so happy on the road. We were on time. We were more than on time. We had gotten everything packed. It was a light load. We'd locked on. Simon felt so good driving. We were singing. It was a really positive, good vibes. We'd gone there before dark, which was awesome. The place looked awesome. It was a bit apprehensive because it was off grid, and like Simon said, we hadn't done it for 2 years. And we rocked up. The kids were, dysregulated, ready for bed, ready for meds, and hungry. And when we got there, drum roll, please. Yeah. Simon, what happened?
Turns out I forgot to pack the hand crank, which is basically the one thing that you need with these crank up, whatever you call that, camper vans. So we had no access into our camper because we couldn't lift it up to walk in and get everything out, if that makes any sense.
Yep, and it was like heading on to single figure digit temperatures. The kids were like, what is going on? Open the camper van. I want to go in. Simon's just pulling everything out, going, where the hell is this thing? And the kids are like, I'm cold. So Simon just starts to like freak out.
Panic. I don't usually panic. I'm generally quite calm, but I was swearing a lot.
And it was silent. Like that place was silent. It was like biome desert. There were like tumbleweeds. It's like rocky.
Kangaroos just staring at us, going, "Who the fuck are these idiots rocking up at this hour?"
The dog's like, "This is the best thing that's ever happened to me." Just like running, just like so happy. And then we were like, "I think we're gonna have to call out for help." And thank God for that Hipcamp family. Shout out to them; they were amazing. I don't know what we would have done without them.
It was kind of embarrassing because the whole family came out. So it was, mum, dad, and 3 kids, 2 teenagers, and a little girl. And they're really lovely to our family. Amazing hosts, but it was a bit embarrassing. I had to explain to the entire family that I was not able to actually open up our camper on their property, and they didn't have a crank. And it was dark, and it was probably about 3 or 4 degrees at this point. And the dad helped us out, and we manufactured something out of a few wrenches, and we got the thing up after about probably 2 hours. So,
And the best part about it is that just before we left, Simon picked the cramp up and said, "Fuck, babe, better not forget this one," and laughed. So then I thought, okay, he's definitely packed it. Because that was just like one thing that you really had to pack. And then who knows where it is? Because we left it on the back of the camper. Because after he cranked it down and we had it ready to go, it was just sitting in the back of the camper. And it obviously had fallen off along the way at some point. And when we got to the location, the flap was open. And we were like, oh, damn, must have opened up. But we definitely drove the entire way with that thing open.
yep, so that concludes our first night.
Well, not really. Didn't conclude it because then the guy came the next day and he made us one. He spent an hour or so just making us one. So we're super grateful because I was like, where are we going to get this crank from? And just a heads up and a tip for all of you guys. Just have a spare one somewhere. Like even buy one online that's like the adapter for your drill bit, which you can get on eBay, but not in the middle of the night in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, have a spare one ready to go just in case. You never know. Like you never know.
So, beginner's guide, tip number 1. Remember your crank, and I'd probably get a spare one.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We know how busy everyone's lives and how many different podcasts there are out there to listen to, but we truly believe that this journey that we've been on has really impacted our family in such a huge way, like just astronomically huge way, and we just want to share our journey with other families who might feel stuck or trapped, that they can't just take the leap of faith and do it. And other families who are stuck in the medical system or stuck in the therapy routine, that are going, no, I need to do that because that's on my conscience. Sometimes living a little and getting out there and trusting your family and trusting yourself can go so far. And environmental factors play a huge role in family dynamics and having a healthy, happy family. And this trip has shown us how happy and healthy and thriving we can be when we're in an environment that just suits us and we can sit back and laugh at the crazy times and cry together when things are sad. But at the end of the day, we are a team and we move forward together and we enjoy life together. So if you think that's you and you want to listen in, please listen in. We are here. We are starting our journey again anew with you. And we are going through all of the nitty gritties, all of the fun parts, all of the raw parts, all of the mistakes we made so you don't need to. And yeah, just being ourselves.